What am I doing? Okay, as per usual fashion, I'm starting this video at 12 a.m. My brain's blanking out. I don't want to be too loud. I don't want to wake people in my house, my mom. But yeah, it's been a while. I'm not gonna explain what happened. I'm sure you can guess what happened. Especially you all watching this. I'm sure you're going through the same thing I am. You want to start a business, you get all motivated, you get that 2-week phase, 3-week, maybe a month phase, and then you just forget about it. That's what happened. Coincidentally, after I said I'd get back into it. But yeah, it's not gonna happen this time. I guess I hope not. Because that whole time that I stopped, it was in the back of my mind. You know, sometimes I try to push it back, I try to ignore it, but it was always there. You know, I always felt it, and I want to make this quick because I gotta finish this up and then I gotta go to sleep because I have work tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I'm on summer break, which is nice. About to go off to college, which I never thought I would do. I want to just document my journey. I have a business partner, which I think is literally the key factor in my success, soon to be success. Just having someone there to do this with and help keep you accountable, someone that you're like, you don't want to let down. And like you kind of like rely on each other, you kind of help each other up and keep each other accountable. That's what we need. I think I messed up because I was doing it on my own. And while some people can do it on their own, and I admire the hell out of you, I needed that somebody, you know, somebody who like, if I stop now, I'm letting them down and they feel the same way. So yeah, I'm really glad I got that. Ibrahim Scales is his YouTube. Check him out. But yeah, what I'm doing today is I used basically coming up with a lead list, right? So I'm still in the SMMA niche or SMMA business model. Gonna be doing paid ads. And right now we're at the start. We have a website down, we have socials. We are now gathering a lead list to cold call. And I used, let me see what it's called, data scraper or data miner to basically go on Google Maps, go in my local area. It doesn't have to be local, but I decided to start local. Go to my local area and scrape off all the information. We got business names, addresses, and phone numbers. Unfortunately, we didn't get websites, which we needed to, but we didn't. So that's what I'm doing. I'm basically going back and forth from this page, which is where all our leads are at, right? Back and forth from here to here, and I'm just, this is a bad one, but I would be going here. I'd be getting this, copying the website, and then pasting it into here. This is what I've done so far, and then he's going through each website and seeing how good of a lead they are. Put this back up here. You know, like if they're too big and already established of a brand, can't do them, right? It makes no sense. They already have leads, they already have customers, they already have clients. So yeah, he's going through all that. Hopefully he'll be done with that tomorrow by the time I get off of work. Really, my summer's just wake up, go to work, go to the gym, work on the SMMA. And I'm honestly having a blast. I'm really enjoying this, and it's not really just an enjoyment thing. It's like something like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I felt anxious when I wasn't doing this. I felt like I was getting behind, like I was missing out. And now I feel like, you know, I finally feel at ease that I'm doing it. Even if I don't always enjoy it, I feel at ease. I don't know if that's the best way I can really explain it right now. I hope this turns out good. I'm kind of whispering, but yeah, keep it short and simple. I will see you guys. If I see you next this week. But yeah, the main point of this is I don't know what I'm doing. Genuinely, I have no idea. But in the last week alone, I've learned so much. YouTube is such a valuable place of information if you know how to look for information and filter out all the bullshit, because there is a lot of that on YouTube. But if you know how to filter that out, there's so much good information, and it's free, completely free. So I learned a lot. I got back into like how SMMA works. I learned how to fulfill the service. And I even learned how to do all this, the lead gen, the data miner. Shout out to, let's see, who was I watching? Jordan Playden. He has 300K on YouTube. He does not need my shout out, but Jordan Playden is who I'm learning from. Anyone that's interested. He has that series on starting an SMMA. That's what I watched, and I'm watching a bunch of his other videos. It's really good stuff. But yeah, the goal is to make the first cold call this week, hopefully by tomorrow or Wednesday. It's Monday right now, so this is gonna be a little weekly recap video. But yeah, that's the goal. I'm gonna finish this up and head to sleep. I'm gonna be sleep deprived. It's fine. That's what happens. All right, as per the usual style of these calls, it is midnight. I'm gonna run you guys through a little quick day in my life. I wake up, go to work, 8 to 4, come home and change for the gym. I get back from the gym around 6:30, and then I like to shower and eat my food and get ready to work at like 7:30, 8 o'clock by around then. I'm trying to cut that down so like by 7 I can be ready to work on this SMMA. So basically what we did today, a little recap, and I want to keep it short and brief. We finished up the lead list that I was showing you guys last time, which was last night for me. We took some cold call notes, some key bullet points you want to hit when we're on a cold call, or in case we freeze up, get stuck. And we set up a little Notion page for our business. God, it just got really dark. Set up a little Notion page for our business. I'll run you guys through that real quick. But yeah, it was a pretty productive night, although we had some some off track parts, but it's always fun. This is what we did. I can show you. This is our little cold call notes, brief. This is the finished lead list. The ones in red are ones that are like too big or too well established for us to target. Ones in green are like ideal. We have about 125, but realistically, a lot of these we're probably not gonna be able to call, or they're gonna be booth numbers, whatever. And then a little agency plan, a little to-do list we just made of stuff we have to do. But yeah. Oh, and one more thing. The goat. Gosh, you can't see my reflection at all. The goat, I was talking about him yesterday. He's really cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Iman Gadzhi. He's amazing. He's one of my biggest inspirations in this field. I watch him a lot. But as of right now, I've been watching Jordan Clayton. Amazing dude. I watched this whole video, especially this part where he starts cold calling. He's at 48. Yup. I watched 20 minutes of him cold calling, and it's just really cool, to see him do that, to pick up on what he's saying, and to learn how to act and how to talk and how to like be more human in a sales call, right? You're having a conversation. It's not that intimidating. People are going to be a lot nicer than you think. But yeah, I mean, I really, because it's happened twice now. Twice over the past 4 years, I tried to start a business and I got too sucked in these YouTube loopholes and trying to learn absolutely everything before I even start. And I just don't want to get caught in that again. So I don't my business partner, my friend, said I was rushing a little bit, and I do agree with him. I am rushing it a little bit, but I would rather rush and take action and mess up and fail and fumble than slow down and get stuck in nitpicking over the tiniest details and trying to learn absolutely everything to the point where I never take action, right? Because truthfully, something I've learned over the past 4 years, even though I've not pursued business in the capacity I should have, I've learned that, and this goes for anything in life, by the way, if you don't take action, you're never truly going to learn. You can watch as many guides, videos, read as many newsletters and books, and talk to as many people, get as much advice as you can on this topic, but you are never truly going to grow and learn and succeed if you don't take action. You have to physically do the thing you are trying to do. You have to go out and do it. You have to go out and be willing to fall and scrape your knee and maybe chip a tooth, right? Because that's how you learn. And I want to jump into the cold calls already. I want to jump into securing a meeting and then not having time to prepare fully for that meeting, or getting a client and without knowing how the hell to actually fulfill the service. Because I'd rather get a client, fail in providing the 5 quote ready leads I said I was going to, and then be forced to give him a refund and work with him until I achieve that, because then I'll learn, right? I feel like I would learn so much more from that rather than just spending an extra 2 weeks scouring the internet to learn how to fulfill my service, so that if I secure a client, I can get the service done. I would rather that path of failing, of not knowing what I'm doing but diving in anyways, rather than focusing too much on the before. Right? I don't know if that makes any sense. It makes sense to me. But yeah, that was a quick recap of my day. Sorry for the rant. I promise these videos will get a lot more interesting as I go on, but like I said, I'm learning. I have no idea how to edit, how to do this at all, this whole YouTube thing. So my first few videos are probably gonna be this, just me yapping, a little trash. But you know, as I post more videos, as I push more videos out, the more I'll edit, the more I'll learn how to edit, the better they will be, the more I'll learn cinematography and hooks and transitions and how to actually keep viewers engaged. It's all just a process, but you just have to keep pushing out content. You have to keep pushing out just work, right? Product, you have to just keep pushing it out, because the more you produce, the more your chances of succeeding increase. I hope this all picked up because I'm talking quite quietly. But yeah, I feel really good. I feel really good. I'm excited for once. Of course, I still have moments where I doubt and I question, but everyone has those. Even successful people, I'm sure, that are making millions a month, I'm sure they still have those moments, those brief few moments in the back of their mind questioning, well, is this the right path for me? But I know it is. I know it is because for the last 4 years, there has not been one single day where I have not thought about this, where this was not in the back of my mind, where I did not get anxious for not chasing this dream. And I actually saw a quote today that I relate to so much. It's desire not acted upon becomes anxiety. And I feel that's so true, because all this time where I was kind of taking a break or kind of quit this whole business route, I was so anxious all the time. I felt like I was missing out, like I was losing my opportunity. So yeah, that went on for longer than I thought. It's gonna be a long video. Hopefully I'll just do short recaps. But yeah, this was day 2. I believe it's Tuesday. No, Wednesday. Oh shoot. Oh, well, actually Wednesday now because it's past midnight, but Tuesday. Day 2 recap. Tomorrow I'm actually helping my business partner, Abe. I call him Abe. Ibrahim Scales, Abe. I'm helping him mow because he has a messed up ankle at the moment, so I'm gonna be mowing lawns all day. I'm taking a break from work and I'm gonna help him mow lawns. So that should be fun. A lot of manual labor, but it's alright. You gotta get your cardio in, right? But yeah. See you guys then.
I'm sitting in the gym parking lot right now, and I just want to chime in on the little recording, make this little note. I just spent the last 6 or so hours helping out one of my friends mowing, to mow lawns for like the last 6 hours. And by helped, I mean I did most of the work, but that's not a shot at him. He sprained his ankle really bad. He can't walk. So I did his mowing for him, and I'm cooked. I'm exhausted. My whole body aches. My hands are killing me from that mower. And I'm sitting here in this gym parking lot. I've been sitting in my car for like 20 minutes now. I truly, really, with every fiber of my being, do not want to go to the gym right now. And I can easily make the excuse and justify it with, oh, well, I mowed for 6 hours, so that was my workout. I don't have to go to the gym. And I know a lot of people would have no problem doing that, but for me, it doesn't feel right. You know, I can make that excuse. I can justify it saying I spent all morning mowing and that was my workout. But deep down inside, I know that's an excuse. I know I'm lying to myself just to get out of doing the hard stuff. And I just want to chime in because I thought, you know, I was finally about to get up and go to the gym, and I thought maybe I should get this on camera. But far too often, people make bullshit excuses. And truly, 99% of the stuff that people say in order to get out of doing something is an excuse. Very, very rarely is it actually a valid reason. I'm not saying there aren't valid reasons, there for sure are, but it's very rare that it's a valid reason. And I'm hitting legs today, and my legs, thankfully, are the one part of me that isn't really that exhausted. But yeah, it took me a while to get here. I mean, I sat at home before getting in my car for like an hour. Then I finally got in my car, drove to the parking lot. Now I'm sitting here for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, procrastinating, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to work out anyways. And it's not going to be a great workout, but as long as I give all that I have, right? If all I have to give is 40%, and I give 40%, that is still me giving 100%. You're not going to be able to give 100% every day. There are going to be days where you're exhausted from other stuff or previous day activities, right? Where you're not going to be able to give that full capacity that you have. But if you give all of what you have, that's still giving your all, right? It's still giving 100%. So that's what I'm going to do. I can tell it's not going to be a great workout, but I'm still going to try my best. I'm going to give everything I have, and even if that's not my peak performance of what I normally do, I'm going to give it my all. So I just wanted to chime in and just, I feel like far too often we make bullshit excuses. Me myself included. I used to make a lot more excuses than I make now. I'm still not perfect. I still make excuses from time to time, but at least I catch myself and acknowledge the fact. And after I do make an excuse, I always feel bad. You know, I always have that guilt inside of me, that knowing that I'm lying to myself. But yeah, I'm gonna hit legs. See you guys whenever the next time I pick this up is.
Okay, I gotta be quiet because it is 1:44 a.m. I have work at 8 in the morning tomorrow, so I'm screwed. But the good news is we got our website done. I had a late start today, but I was committed to getting this done today. My business partner was busy today, so it was all me. So I had to really grind it out, but I was determined to get something done today, to get this done. And I had a late start, I procrastinated, but I was like, okay, you know what? If I did that, I'm gonna have to make myself do it. I'm gonna have to make myself stay up. I hope you can hear me right now. I don't wanna wake up my mom, but, because if she wakes up, might literally beat my ass. But, the website is done. I don't wanna show you it, but, actually, I don't know, should I show you it? Yeah, I'll show you a little run through of it real quick. This is the website. Quick little run through. It doesn't look hard to do, I promise you it is though. But yeah, I got work at 8 in the morning, so I'm gonna get like 5 hours of sleep, maybe 6. That's what I got last night as well, so it's rough. But yeah, I really wanna get everything done this week so that by next week on Monday I can start cold calling and reaching out, or we can start cold calling and reaching out to people. Besides this was one of the biggest things we had left to do, but we did this, so now all we have left to do is write up a contract for when we do get clients, and then just do a little bit more research about like actually, you know, fulfilling our service, because we still don't know that much. But yeah, we have our sales call little blueprint written out. We have our cold calling blueprint, not a script, because I'm not going to be saying word for word. It's more like a bullet point blueprint. We have that written out. We have our website done. We have a domain gotten. We have a logo created. We have social medias and personal brands up and running. We're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. It's late. I gotta go to sleep. This is probably gonna be end of this video. So thank you everyone for, if anyone is watching, thank you. I don't know. I hope my journey inspires you. I hope you can still see that even now in 2025. It is possible, and hopefully I'll prove that with this series. But I just hope anyone that watches this gets inspired to start their own business, or start working on their health more, their physical health, their mental health, being in the gym, eating right. I just hope my video, if all these videos I'm making help improve the life of one person, that's a success to me. You know, I feel like I've done my contribution. I would love that more than anything. If one person's life changes from this, or one person decides to make a change or start something from watching these videos, as crappy as these videos might be, that'd be amazing. That'd be a dream of mine. But I have big goals. I have big ambitions for this channel, for the business, for everything, and I hope I can succeed. I hope the snoring's not too loud. I'm pretty sure you can hear it. I can hear it. I'm not gonna edit that out. I'll leave it in. A little funny. Why not? More proof to show that, you know, YouTube isn't always perfect. Social media isn't always perfect. I probably could edit it out, but I don't have the skills right now. But I'm sure there is some skilled editor out there that probably could do it. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go get my 5 hours of sleep. See ya.